Morning students. Today we will continue the chapter complex number. Yesterday we saw lots of things about the complex number, what is iota and what is complex number, what is the algebra on the complex number, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division also, modulus of the complex number and conjugate of the complex number. On basis of that all, we do some questions of the exercise. Example number 5 I am telling you. Find the multiplicative inverse. Try to understand the word multiplicative inverse of 2 minus 3i. This is the question. Very easy question this is. Find the multiplicative inverse of this function. Question number 6, example 6 I will also want to write. Express in a plus ib. It is also very easy question. 5 plus root 2i 1 minus root 2i. This is the question. So first I want to tell you about multiplicative inverse. It's very simple thing. I just want to give you one simple idea. Suppose you have a 2, any number. What is a multiplicative inverse of 2? Such a number is a multiplicative inverse of 2 whose multiplication with 2 is 1. Whose multiplication with 2 is 1. So what number you will choose to get 1? That's simple, 1 by 2. 1 by 2 meaning reciprocal of 2. Reciprocal of 2. So simple is that what? If you want to find the multiplicative inverse of 2 minus 3, it means it's reciprocal. So I write only here that multiplicative inverse of 2 minus 3i is 1 upon 2 minus 3i. And we solve. You know, whenever I is coming in denominator, you do rationalization. And how to do rationalization here, student? You just multiply with opposite sign and just use 2 plus 3i upside. And I taught you yesterday very good idea about I. A plus ib, a minus ib is equal to a square plus b square, because already we have treated to I. And after that we got a conclusion that a square plus b square. What is a square? 2 square. What is b square? 3 square. Overall you got a 4 plus 9, 13. And you just do separation. That separation is very important, student. Whatever the answer is the multiplicative inverse of 2 minus 3i. So please keep remember the multiplicative inverse meaning just a reciprocal of number. Okay. What is question here? Express a plus in a plus ib. It is again easy. Solution. Let z equal to this. But if you will see the number I is coming denominator, which is not in our favor. So we remove it by doing same. I recently told you, do the rationalization. It's very simple. Do the rationalization. And what is the multiplication of offside? Do 5 ones are 5. 5 root 2 I. Root 2 I into 1. And root 2 into root 2 I into I square. Upon a minus ib and a plus ib is again a square plus b square. What about upside 5? 5 root 2 plus root 2 is 6 root 2. 6 root 2 I. And this is I square meaning minus 1. So whole is a minus 2. You know I square is a minus 1. So it's a minus 2. And what about this? 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. We've got 5 and 2, 3. Plus 6 root 2 I upon 3. Do separation. 3 by 3. 6 root 2 I by 3. So whole answer is 1. 3 2s are 6. This is a plus ib. So nothing worry about that. It's a very easy question this is. I hope you have got. Please keep remember. This was simple done. Look at some next questions. So we have done till here the examples. Now in exercise, what I'll tell you. So all is so easy question. Exercise 5.1 and question says express in a plus ib. First question, express in a plus ib. Lots of question we have. Suppose we are doing first question. So I tell you first, don't afraid about the questions. You do only so-called multiplication. it's in the multiplication. 5 and 5 will cancel, minus 3 will be remaining. I into I is I square, and that I square is a minus 1, so whole answer is 3. So that is your answer. You assume it is z, so it is z equal to 3. 3 is a complete real, pure real, no imaginary number. So actually you have to write in a plus I now, so you have to create I also, so only write 3 plus 0 I, and that's an answer. So I is not there, so you can create from your side like that. So this is simple. All questions are on the same basis. I don't think that I need to tell you much about that. Suppose I am telling you question number second. So you can call z equal to this. So I taught you yesterday, whatever the power you can get, please first catch and the nearest number of the power which is multiple of 4. So I to the power 9 have a real the near number 8 into I, and I to the power 19 have a 16 into 3, 16 and 3, because 16 and 3 19, 16 is a multiple of 4, 8 and 1 9, and 8 is a multiple of 4. So what I'll do, to 8 I will write 8 I to the power 4 to the power 2 into I, and I to the power 16 will be I to the power 4 to the power 4 into I cube. So this gonna be 1, 1 to the power 2 is 1, so only I is remaining, and this is only I3 remaining. And student, I to the power 3, I taught you yesterday, it is minus I, so both will cancel, none are 0. And 0, how to write that in complex number form? 0 plus 0 I, that's the answer. So I don't think that I need to tell you much about that. So easy, very easy. Till question number 10, we have to go through the simplification and find the answer in the form of a plus ib. So suppose we are doing question number sixth one. So 1 by 5 plus I 2 by 5, 4 plus I 5 by 2. This is a question. So nothing worry, because it is a minus sign. So you can open the bracket with the minus sign. Now 1 by 5 plus I 2 by 5 minus 4 minus I 5 by 2. Now catch the real part, 1 by 5 minus 4, and also catch this part. This is, take out common I from here. So 2 by 5 minus 5 by 2. It's very easy. Now what remaining here? 5 4s are 20, 19 by 5. And what about here? This is plus I, 4 minus 25. Take an LCM. Take an LCM. Z 19 by 5. This is going to be minus 21 upon 10. And this is I. And this is A plus IB. So you just have to simplify. You don't afraid about it. It's very simple properties of I. And I don't think that's any trouble here. Okay. Let's look at the next. So till, suppose you are doing question number 8. 1 minus I to the power 4. And some more question. Suppose 10 you are doing. Minus 2 minus I by 3 whole cube. So okay, two question telling you. This is Z equal to 1 minus I to the power 4. How to do this question? Let me explain something. This is very better way I am telling you. Write first that 4 is 2 and then power 2. And then open by a minus b whole square. So open it. A square plus b square minus 2ab whole square. This is 1. So I square meaning minus 1 minus 2i. Z equal to, this both will cancel, minus 2i square. And the answer is minus 2 to the 4 I square. And you know I square is a minus 1, so minus 4. So last answer is this plus 0i, and that's an answer. Excuse me. Okay, student, now we'll see Z equal to minus 2 minus I by 3 whole cube. We want to convert that in the form of A plus IB. So how we can do it? We just have to expand A, whatever it is, a cube formula. So let me start the question. First I want to take out minus common. First let me take out the common minus sign. So definitely after After taking out minus common, both signs will be positive. Then what to do? Let minus have a cube, is itself minus. And 2 plus I by 3 have a minus still yet to do. So it is a plus b whole cube, and use it. A cube plus b cube plus 3 into a into b and a plus b. This is simple. So simplify that. It is 8. It is I cube upon 27. This cancel. 2i, 2 plus I by 3. Now what to do? Minus 8. I cube meaning minus I, you know it. Minus I. Multiply to 2i inside the bracket, 4i. And this 2 by 3. And I into I square. What to do next? 8. These two will be, first I am writing 4i minus I by 27, and this is minus 1, so only 2 by 3 will be there. Afterward, so 8 and this will be 8 minus 2 by 3, 8 is 24, 22 by 3, taking LCM there. And what about LCM here? 27 4 of 108 and 107. And finally, I'll just multiply to minus sign in the bracket. This is gonna be minus, this is gonna be minus, and whatever this is a plus ib. This is in the form of a plus ib. We have got it. So the question, the solution is bit heavy, but not a tough one. It's very simple calculation. It was. Okay, let's watch some next. We have we are told here to find the multiplicative inverse. I taught you what is the multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse of 4 minus 3i. It is 1 upon 4 minus 3i, and do the rationalization, and same as all. So question number 40, I just wanted to tell you. Express in the form of a plus ib. Same question. A plus ib. And question is 3 plus I5, 3 minus I root 5 upon root 3 plus root 2i minus root 2i. This is a question. And you call z. So we'll start now. So it's a very simple question. Upside is 3 plus root I root 5, 3 minus I root 5 upon root 3 plus root 2i minus root 3 minus root 2i. Okay. Now let's look. It is a multiplication sign, so we will multiply. It is a minus, so we'll definitely open the bracket. So it is looking a plus ib, a minus ib. So a square plus b square in shortcut. A square plus b square, and just multiply, open the bracket, this bracket. So what is upside quotient? This is gonna be 9 and this is 5. This is cancelled and these two will be 2 root 2i. After that 9 and 5 14. 14 will cancel by 2 7. And you just have to go with multiply and divide by I, because I is in denominator. It is not acceptable. 7i upside, and this is I into I square, meaning minus 1, meaning minus root 2. And you have got to answer. This is 0 minus 7 by root 2i. That's an answer. You know, it was negative sign, so negative sign I wrote here. 7 by root 2 is there, I is I, and no real part, so 0 is I added from my side, and this is your answer. It's very easy, it was. Okay. Now first exercise I have done from my side, rest it's your job. Now for next exercise, let me tell you about the important thing. I'm telling you, student, look at this is your complex number. This is your complex number, z equal to a plus ib, and it is usually written a and b as an ordered pair. You also know it, yesterday I taught you. In the ordered pair, it is normally written a comma b in the bracket. Okay. Now I taught you two things yesterday. It's a modulus of the complex number, also called absolute value. And this I taught you yesterday. And what is its answer? You remember that? Mod z equal to, it is a square plus b square. Now the next I'm telling you, which is important, that is amplitude or argument of the complex number. That is a new idea. That is a new thing which I'm going to tell you. Look at very sincerely. It's very important. Student, that only I'm first making that it is a x's part, x, y, x dash, y dash, and suppose your point is here, which is AB. You understand AB? AB. Now, this time as an ordered pair, my complex number is locating here as a point P. Suppose P is AB or Z, you also can say Z, AB, no matter at all. I'm doing some job here. Just do the perpendicular, draw the perpendicular from the point P on the x-axis, and definitely it creates two distances automatically. First is A, this is A, and this is a B. It's very simple. This distance I taught you when I joined this gonna be, this is not none else, it is actually modulus, in which I also called it is R. So also you can say R or Z, A square plus B square, that already I have taught. So again and again I'm not telling you. The amplitude is a different word and different idea, different meaning. What is amplitude? Look at here, this angle theta. What the angle you can watch here? This is called the argument or amplitude. And before starting that, let me explain that the range of the amplitude. The range of the amplitude is always minus pi to pi. This is a principal branch, meaning we cannot find the theta out of the branch. It should not be beyond the branch, meaning theta may be pi, not minus pi, because it is not equal to sine, always between them. You don't need to worry. You just follow the steps what I'm telling you, by which definitely you will get your proper answer. But this, keep remember, this is principal branch. Okay. Next. I'm telling you, this is theta, which is my argument of amplitude. So how we can find theta? Look at. First I'll go with cos theta. You know that I taught you yesterday, cos meaning base upon hypotenuse, A upon R. Then go with sine theta. Student, sine theta meaning perpendicular upon hypotenuse, P by R. Then student, do na sine theta upon cos theta. Now find tan theta. Tan theta meaning sine theta upon cos theta. And students, tan theta will be, what is sine theta? B by R and A by R. One can understand that it gonna be B by A. So I tell you one thing, that tan theta you have got B by A. From here you can easily get theta. Theta will be whatever the answer here, it will be theta. So one example I would like to give you, but that is very important to tell you one thing, that we have a 4-quadrant student. And the amplitude of any complex number very much depend on the thing that your complex number is lying in which quadrant, in first quadrant or in second quadrant or in third quadrant or fourth quadrant. Because whenever the point definitely will change its place, like any complex number is lying in second quadrant, any complex number is lying in third quadrant or in fourth quadrant, methods will be changed. So this is a very particular idea, and I'm starting the question when the point is lying in first quadrant, because also I gave the idea or the concept when the point was lying in the first quadrant. So I am telling you a question that find the amplitude or argument of the complex number 1 plus root 3i. Suppose this is the question. Look at, and try to understand how can you catch that this point is lying in first quadrant. That's simple. when you start your solution, let me explain something that you can write that in ordered pair. 1 comma root 3. 1 comma root 3. This is positive. This is positive. One can simply understand it is lying in first quadrant. Okay, so this is a method for first quadrant. Actually, all have the same method, but still we have to make little changes when it will change its place. Okay, so first of all, I'm telling you when the complex number lying in first quadrant, then we'll do like that. Okay, what to do? By we know tan theta. Theta is our answer. Tan theta is equal to b by a. You know that what is b and what is a? This is b and this is a. What you got, student? Tan theta equal to root 3. And by the trigonometric table, you know that tan theta equal to root 3. Theta is equal to what degree it is coming? It is coming 60 degree. Tan 60 is equal to root 3. Give the answer in always radian format, meaning theta equal to pi by 3, and that is your answer, that is your amplitude, that is your argument of the complex number. And this time, look at student, this time theta is pi by 3, meaning 60, meaning acute and positive. Acute, look at, I tell you by picture. This is x, y, x dash, y dash. My point was lying in first quadrant, and when I'll join that, this is your theta. Theta is what degree coming? Pi by 3. By picture you can understand that theta always, this time theta should be acute and positive. Why it is positive? Because the angle is counting anti-clockwise. Whenever the angle is anti-clockwise, it is positive. When it is clockwise, it is a negative. So later I will tell you, no worry about it. So till now what I have told you, I have taught you whenever the point is lying in first quadrant, use this method. Okay. Now next is method only I have taught you, but one by one I am telling you when point change itself by the quadrant, how to find its answer. Look at very quick way. I am telling now if z equal to whatever the complex number, second, if complex number lies in second quadrant, so what you do? Okay, you should first know when the complex number is lying here in second quadrant, the point will be definitely, you know it, it's a plus format comes, it is a minus plus will come, it is a minus will come, it's a plus and minus will come. You know it, you already have this idea actually. So point is lying in one second quadrant, when I will join it, this will come. So that time theta must be obtuse and positive. So this idea must with you, obtuse and positive. If this idea must be with you, obtuse and positive, because when point is lying in second quadrant and this that time always theta will count from this point and the direction anti-clockwise give you positive, and this is gonna be obtuse because it's beyond of the 90. You understand? It is an obtuse angle. So okay, I take a point example. Suppose I am taking you here this question. Z equal to minus 1 plus root 3i, and the question asks find the amplitude or argument. So we start Z equal to minus 1 root 3 lying in second quadrant. Theta should be obtuse and positive. Keep remember. Okay. So we start with tan theta. We know that tan theta is equal to b upon a. So what is b and what is a? B is a root 3. A is minus 1. So answer is tan theta is equal to minus root 3. Now what to do, student? Tan theta is equal to minus tan 60. You know tan 60 is equal to root 3. But the problem, what is the problem? That theta, if I'll say theta is equal to pi by 3, I can't take because it is a minus sign. So we have to eliminate minus from here. So what we'll use? We use the quadrant concept. Look at student carefully. This is the concept using for tan and sine. So if minus is coming here, tan of minus a is equal to minus tan a. We will use this one. Don't surprise about that because in quadrant tan minus a is in fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant cos positive, tan is negative. So tan minus a is equal to minus tan a. So minus tan a was here. I can write tan minus a. So student, what to do? Tan theta is equal to minus tan a, right? Tan minus a. Just because of removing the minus sign, I use this formula. And when I have written tan minus a, then I can change, I can compare. So if you will compare, the tan and tan will cancel. Suppose you are cancelling, the theta will be minus pi by 3. It looks initially right, but it is not right. Why? Because theta is coming negative. And question says what? Theta is obtuse and positive, meaning it is a wrong answer. It is wrong answer. So what is the right answer? That only to know. I am just telling you by trick. We have else method also, but I am not telling you by the else method. I am telling you the trick. And trick is, you assume it is alpha. You assume it is alpha. It is not a theta. You assume it is alpha. And theta have a formula. Keep remember, whenever the theta lies, a point lies in the second quadrant, theta is equal to always pi plus alpha. Keep remember the idea, whenever the point complex number lying in the second quadrant, your theta is always pi plus alpha, and alpha always counted this point. How we can go through this? Look at again. The scenario was this one. Initial situation was this one. I wrote this one. I actually eliminate minus from there by using tan minus a equal to minus tan. So I wrote minus tan a as tan minus a. After writing tan minus a, this is my alpha. And your answer, I taught you to keep remember the formula pi plus alpha. So pi is pi and alpha is minus pi by 3. Your answer is 2 pi by 3. Student, meaning of 2 pi by 3 is 120 degree, and 120 degree is what? It is positive as well as it is obtuse, and this is the idea. When the point is lying in which quadrant? In the second quadrant. So keep remember this. Whenever the point lies in second quadrant, use this method, create your alpha and use this formula and get your answer. Okay. Similar, when the point lies in a third quadrant, what will happen? Look at quickly. In third quadrant, in this situation, theta will lie here. This is, now the angle will not be count like that, but angle will be clockwise, and this time student, theta will be obtuse, it is looking, and negative is very important, negative. Because whenever the angle count in the anti-clockwise, it is always counted as a positive angle, but when it is counting as a anti-clockwise, it is always counted as a negative angle. And this time it is counted like that, and that's why theta is a negative, but it is obtuse. Okay, this time theta have a formula. Please remember minus pi plus alpha. So you can start with question. Suppose my question is minus 1 minus root 3i. Both negative. You know, when both negative, it is minus 1 minus root 3, and this is only the ordered pair, and this is negative, this is negative. Definitely it is like in third quadrant. We can start. Tan theta is equal to b upon a. Theta b is root 3 and a is minus 1. So minus and minus will cancel. When you will recheck this position, you will normally write tan theta equal to root 3, theta equal to pi by 3. Because it is 60, it's a positive. One can definitely write this one. But he and she, if you will write, you're wrong. Because this time you are getting the positive answer. But question says it should be a negative and obtuse, meaning it is a wrong answer. So what to do, student? You will write tan theta is equal to tan 60. Okay. But you can't say theta equal to pi by 3, because it's gonna be wrong. So what you do, let alpha is equal to pi by 3, and the theta will be minus pi plus alpha, and theta will be minus pi plus alpha, and theta will be minus 2 pi by 3, which is negative and obtuse both. So this is the idea. Keep remember the formula only. This is the formula for the third quadrant, and when the point lies in fourth quadrant, it's very easy. Now point lies in fourth quadrant. What will happen? Look at. When point lies in fourth quadrant, point will be theta will be negative and acute. So okay, suppose the situation is like that. First is positive and second is negative. What will come in? 1 and root 3. So 1 and root 3. I'll go with tan theta. B upon A. What is B and what is A? Like that. Only this one. So you know that what to write? Minus tan 60. So removing minus sign, I taught you the formula. Minus, what I use tan minus A is equal to minus tan A. Use it here. So tan theta will be tan of minus pi by 3. And don't say alpha or something like that. Theta will be directly this one. You can compare. So for second and third quadrant, keep remember the formula. For first and fourth quadrant, you don't have to use any formula, but you can get the answer right like that. It is a negative and acute also. So this is your answer. So okay, it is enough of the day. We'll put some application in the next video.